Seeing that it is 6:30 p.m. Call to order 30. Sharon, thank you for doing the roll call. Did everybody get a copy of the minutes? I sent them in a little bit late. Okay. Does anybody have any additions or changes to the minutes of September 7th, 2 months ago?
No.
Could I have a motion to approve the minutes? Okay, Aline. Second by Nancy. All in favor of approving the minutes of September 7th as written, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. We have a quorum of 3 people today, Sharon. So that was 300.
Right, thank you.
Does anybody have any communications you'd like to share with me, or not with me, with the committee?
Just now received the text from Andrew. Hi, can't make meeting. If you get Cindy's address, I will mail a check for sure.
Oh, all righty.
Okay.
All right, we'll take care of that afterwards. Absolutely.
And I have another little tidbit. At 5:55, they have surveyed tree inventory and community forest mapping. They ask people to
tree
inventory.
Inventory.
Oh,
that's
so
great.
if you are interested.
Yeah.
Kidding?
The tree queen. Yeah, they are doing an inventory right now in the town.
Yeah,
tree inventory. So we might be able to.
Who's on that committee?
It's not a committee. It's I think it's actually like a professionally done.
They hired it.
Yeah.
And I think I sent you a note when I was traveling how all these countries I went to, every city, worked small, bigger, large, no matter what size they were putting trees in to try to mitigate any.
That's one of the best solutions. Yeah. I just came today from, there was at UConn, there was a pollinator and native plant conference that I was at all day. And so I'm hoping that we can really get a list of, because right now we have street trees in Groton, but we could have a keystone street trees. So in other words, street trees that really help wildlife and pollinators and every other thing, like have that be at the top of the list rather than just something that looks pretty. I mean, you can look pretty as well as perform a function. Any communication? Anybody else?
I don't know if communication. Leanne and I went to the sale committee meeting, so I just have some quick feedback there. They're offering to come and talk to us. I don't know if that's communication or if that should be new business or whatever.
That's a good question.
I'll just present that wherever you tell me to.
No, let's do it under communications. That's fine. Okay, so the Groton sale committee.
Yeah, they're looking for a bunch of money. They're still part way through. They can't start until they have money. They have a beautiful plan. I said, do you have the trees, the plantings around it thought about? They said, well, we have the basic where the sale comes out. They're willing to come, and they're more than happy to come and present at our next meeting if you want.
Okay.
So they have trees there, and they're looking to adopt a tree, but they haven't started to.
Okay.
So I think we could assist them, and again, going to Thrive 55 to pick up the cheap lunches. I've gone through their veterans thing, and I asked them. They said, well, they are and they aren't part of that. So, and I looked at it's kind of depressing. There's very few plantings there, and so that might be.
Wait! At the place where the sale's gonna go?
Where the sale to attach in between the library and Thrive 55 is a veterans memorial.
Yeah,
it's not going there.
No.
But surely take care of that.
No, but it could probably use some more plantings.
Well, I've already suggested more plantings, and they said that it wouldn't be a good idea because some of the activities they perform in that open space would trample the. I wanted to put these work lavender hedge around the
Right,
brick.
Yeah.
And they said it wasn't a good idea because it would be trampled.
yeah.
But it's funny talking to them, they said, we don't know who has control of that, so.
Yeah, that's
Right,
good.
it takes a week.
No, but,
No. No.
it's Markberry, it's a town property, right? Because we talked about this and Mark said, let's not, he specifically said, I don't want anything there right now. Maybe after it's all done, but yeah, you're right. He was very concerned about things getting trampled on.
Okay.
But he went to the area where I had proposed the little hedge, and he was with the director of the senior center,
Mary Jo.
and that's what they said. They would not recommend it because they have activities that go in that big open space, and people would trample. So I.
It's nice to have a.
Because the sale committee thought a VFW group might control it, so that's why I wanted to present it here to hear
Okay.
what everybody is already aware of.
Okay.
So now I've learned.
Yeah, it's a town-owned property. Right?
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's, town owned.
Yeah. And Shirley Mitchell maintained.
Yeah.
Out of the goodness of her heart.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very comfortable. There's something about it.
Oh, yeah.
That has a
And people sit there. I sit there when I have when I'm there.
Uh-huh.
I sit there. It has a quiet
Kind of like.
peaceful-
I'm gonna have to try next time I'm at the library.
I have some, input from a bunch of ladies who play cards at the community center, at the Groton Beautification Community Center. They said, thank you for all we're doing. They wanted to make sure we're thanked. And then they said, would we look into that little island at the top of the road here? You know, the one that's kind of broken down,
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
And I told them it's owned by the state.
Yeah.
But they said, geez, can you at least have the town cut down some of those tall weeds in
Yeah,
the.
the state will do it. I have reached out to the state and they did it once, but all they will do is trim back the weeds. They won't do anything else.
Well, it's also broken on the outside, which
They
now is a
actually,
danger.
yeah, they did
said
that.
ran into the
They
corner.
they cleaned, they actually had the curbing guy there last year, but I don't think they did the whole thing. I was like, wait, you blocked it all off and they did some curbing.
But they didn't
But
do
I
that corner that.
Or they did it and it got run over again, because that's an area where I think people
hit it, yeah.
So I do have,
Do you want me to follow up, and if you have a phone number?
I do have the phone number of the gentleman, but I would have to get it to you.
Okay.
So can you write that down? Because every time I drive by there, I think, oh, I need to call, and he's very, very nice. And it might be a good time now, before the snow starts coming down. They might have a little time, but all they'll do is trim it. And he said, actually, what he'd prefer to do is just blacktop it over. I'm like, no. Let's add more. Yeah, because he thinks it's simpler. You
So
know?
is the city person talking?
No, state. But I have
State.
a name. I can't think of his name right now, but it's in my email. Okay. So if you text me or call me, I will get his name to you. And he was very nice, and he's right here in Groton.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually Sharon was the one who got me in touch with this guy, because she had made a request for something that needed to be done, and it was taken care of very quickly. So, but you have to be nice. I just did it by email. All right.
If he requires a meeting, I'd love to meet with him to get the one-on-one with the committee. Instead of just emailing, maybe put the personal contact might be better
With
than email.
the salesperson?
No, with the state person.
Oh.
Because there's other places that, because there's either down by the Pequannock sign, that median is overdone with weed, and I was tempted to go with my weed whacker, but I know enough to not do it.
Yeah,
That's a great
yeah.
idea. Just
Great
to have
idea.
a face-to-face with, as long as he's here in
Yeah.
town.
Well, I'm not interested in face-to-face. If you guys would like to be face-to-face, that is fine.
No,
There's a,
could you forward me the information?
yes, why don't I do Facebook with you?
Okay.
Yeah.
And you maybe guys working together. They don't want any of us to touch anything. Because I talked with him about that, we could get in there. I mean, we need police help, but we could get in there and just get the weeds out, because there's
good
junipers in there.
They look good, they may need to be
Yeah,
boosted a little.
so,
bit.
and he was not.
What's the reasoning? I'm just curious.
Well, you just have, it's
Safety issue.
it's
I
safety
asked-
issue, it's,
I asked
So,
Mark Berry
yeah.
about it. If anybody is in that area, even town employees, they have to have the town police there
Yeah.
because it's a serious safety
Yeah.
issue. Sure.
yeah,
So,
so they will not weed. They'll take out everything, I mean, they'll cut all the weeds off, but they won't but they won't pull, nobody will go in there and pull the weeds out. Although, you know what, if we wanted to have a discussion, we have a very good relationship, we've established a very good relationship with the PD. Maybe they, maybe we could go out there if the PD would support us, maybe we could have 1 hour, to.
Right. I mean,
Right.
when you get off exit 88 also, they're right in front of the Pequot,
Yeah.
the health center there,
Yeah,
the Yale
let's-
Health Center,
yeah.
right there. There's a whole bunch of
Right.
Meridians there that.
Well, yeah, you
got
So, yeah, you could give a list,
to him.
yeah, you could say these are areas that I have concerns for.
Okay.
And so I'll send you
And he says,
his
"I don't."
information to you too, all right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Why don't you tell me what your area is, though? 'Cause I don't have that one left too.
Email or
Email.
JMSSAMMON@gmail.com.
JMS.
SAMMON, 2 S's, ONS,
All right, I'd love to meet with the Groton Field Committee, but we're talking about our future meeting schedule, so, well, before we go on to that, so is anybody here interested in having the Groton Sale Committee come and do a presentation for the Beautification Committee? I think at this point, this isn't anything to do with money or anything, so I would think, I'd like to see a show of hands who'd be interested in having that. We could also do it maybe as a separate meeting if we wanted to. But we don't have a lot going on in the winter.
They don't have enough stuff going. They're just involved in putting it together.
Well, I know, but they want to give us information and then maybe we could, because they need money. They want to get the word out. And Sharon's also knows.
I thought they got all their money from the rest of it from the town council.
No, Sharon, how much money do they need?
Oh, I know, last time they did get money, Bruce is right, I don't know now what they need, I don't know, but they did get a lot of money from the town council, and they're expecting other monies, right, Bruce, to come in based on that money.
I thought you told me they were still short like $1 million.
Oh, that was before they had the meeting at the town council, it's quite a while.
Oh, okay, all right.
I can't really speak for what the town.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry for jumping on. But I know that they need still more money. I know the town of Groton is not gonna fund the entire thing.
No,
So I
they have to,
know.
do
Yeah,
They're selling the brick.
Yeah.
$500 a
the whole-
brick.
they have to raise.
Yeah.
more money.
yeah, and there are other things you can do for less.
Well, there's no reason why we can't meet with them. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting to
Yeah.
see where they are.
Okay, but like during one of our meetings or a separate meeting?
Probably a special meeting because we have so much we never.
Yeah, you never get to it.
Special meeting, okay.
You know, they did do a beautiful presentation to the town council a couple of weeks ago, it's online if you want to see that.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I can send you the link,
Okay.
where it is, I mean, it goes from start to the end for the whole thing. It's a really quite a nice, presentation. So maybe that, just a thought.
But was their presentation long?
It was pretty lengthy because that's when they were asking the money from the town.
Okay, yeah, so it wasn't just here we are.
Well, it is, their show, here we are, this is where we are, this is what it's gonna look like, this is, that type of thing, so I'll send you a link.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much, Sharon. Yeah, that would be good. That might, the fewer meetings, in my opinion, the better, but.
So by watching that.
Yeah.
If we have questions, then we can evaluate the
Yeah.
meeting.
Right.
Answer those
And
questions.
also if there's something we could contribute other than just plain.
Mhm.
So,
They aren't really looking for even more committee members.
right,
They
okay.
have enough.
I think there's a lot of interest, right? In the town.
There's a lot of interest, but they haven't pulled the money out of
Okay, all right,
That's
all right,
what they're looking for.
okay, all right. Well, under communication still, I have a couple articles here. I hope you all saw the article on, October 22nd, that was in the day of landscaping project helps to beautify Groton space, which talks about the park project, the landscaping that was done in front of the town hall, and also our very wet and chilly day spent on the 30th of September, right out here in front of the town hall annex. So I did speak with her and she wrote the article. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to Sharon D'Amato for doing a fantastic job on getting all of our information out on Facebook. And there is a Groton Beautification Committee Facebook page. And I hope any of you who have Facebook have liked it and followed it. And then when you see something, you have to like it again, because so you keep getting the information. And
But Joan is doing a great job.
she's doing a fantastic job, and I saw she'd already posted about your guys' adopted road, so that was fantastic.
Crazy people are still paying.
What? Crazy people? What?
Trying to get our
Or Facebook page?
agenda.
Oh, uh-oh. All right. Okay, so I think that's all for communications. And I have a treasurer's report, which you're probably all chomping at the bit here. So I'm always gonna put this in two separate amounts. TC, which is the town council allotted amount to the beautification committee, which is a yearly amount that needs to be spent before the next budget comes. And I will have also a donation account, and that's money that we have made as a committee, and it's there in perpetuity until we spend it. There's no time frame. So the TC treasurer's amount that we have in for the beautification is $2,788.32. The beautification committee donation account is $5,631.89. So I think we're in good shape.
And what's the end date for spending the GC?
Well, that's an interesting question. It changes often. Sometime in June. I'd say within the first 1 or 2 weeks of June of 2024, we need to spend all of that. And then hopefully, we'll ask for another allotment for 2025. So, but it has to be spent before like the first or second week of June of 2024.
You have ideas as to what you want to spend that money on?
We have some things coming up, which we will talk about very shortly. Any questions on treasurer's report? Okay. And anybody who needs to purchase something, like Missy's going to need to purchase a frame for the beautification award, that keep the original receipt, and that needs to go to Lisa Hilton at Town Hall. She needs the original. Okay. And then you get reimbursed by the town in an official check. You'll have to go to the bank. Actually go to the bank. Or maybe you do the thing on the, take a picture or something. Anyway, so under unfinished business, the very first thing is NIP. And I just wanted to report that the water bottle filler that we voted on in the September meeting has been installed already. On or about the 12th of October by Public Works, and it's on Water Street. Now, unfortunately, we also have, this doesn't have anything to do with us, but there are two new rectangular garbage cans, the big gulp. They're not big gulp. They've got a special name for it. It's a composting thing. Not composting. Anyway, there's two new trash cans sitting. If you're facing the Water Street public bathroom in downtown Mystic, they're slightly to the left of that bathroom, kind of right next to where you would pull in to go into the paid parking. And unfortunately, then the paid parking signs are right there, so you can't see it very It's right next to that's a community policing door, the big door to the community policing, it's right next to that. So it's in a very safe spot, the water will be turned off once it gets to be a little colder. But it's installed and looks beautiful.
Does it need a sign maybe?
I think it might need a sign, yeah. It may need a sign above it or
Mhm.
somewhere, to direct people. You know, because it's just a little bit hidden, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Is that seasonal or is that?
No, it will be turned off. I don't know what the parameters are, but I know he did say that it could be running in the winter time. Yeah, so we will need to sign in the spring. And then as you all hopefully know, the town hall landscape was done, has been completed by Peter Wood, who.
Hello.
Hi. Leanne's here. We need a dare.
If I could just,
Yeah.
thank you.
Welcome, Leanne. Lovely to see you.
Sorry, I'm like,
Oh, that's okay. That's
the
okay.
meeting's still going.
I know. There's meetings, everybody's meeting season.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about the town hall landscape that was completed. There was an article in the paper. Peter Wood is fantastic. And so that's one of the things I'm going to reach out to him is because I just want to see what kind of what could we do as far as irrigation? It may not even really need it. The only thing that's going to need it since I planted it in the fall is if we put in annual. But there is a water area there, so I don't know if we need to put in an irrigation system, which will be expensive just to water annuals. I'm not really sure, but I guess I need an amount.
Can I tell you what Peter and I talked about the day he was planting them? About what he'd really like to do is.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
He really wants to put flowers in.
Right, annuals.
I don't know the difference between.
Yeah.
But anyway, he said he needed water in between the two areas. And it would mean that it would have to go under two sidewalks to get over there.
Yeah.
But he was really emphatic that he needed the water.
Right.
And I believe there's an outside spigot,
Yes, there is.
so you probably know as much as I do, but I was there talking with him about it, so I just thought I'd share it with you.
Yeah, I just don't know the cost. So that's my next piece.
I think it's $6,000.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen then.
That's for the irrigation and the planting and maintenance. It's for everything.
You know, well, Shirley and I can plant and maintain that, but you know, we decided we didn't need to spend $600 on annuals. Wasn't that our?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That-
Annual,
Yeah.
ongoing, that's an ongoing.
Yeah, but the water, so I need to send him an email. Because just to ask him to get in I just want to see about the irrigation period. I don't, you know, him planting annuals and stuff like that. Shirley and I had some other ideas, but I just want to know about irrigation because that's something that would need to be done.
Your buddy can probably help you with that.
What?
Public works.
Oh.
Your buddy down there.
I don't know if they do that kind of stuff. We'll have to see.
It should.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and also to Greg, I guess.
But
Although I
also,
had-
Cindy, what was that? Also what?
Instead, not just reach out to Peter, but maybe reach out to Greg Hanover from
Oh,
Public
okay.
Works to see if they do that kind of thing.
Got it.
Okay. So as far as NIP things, those two, actually, I'm sorry, that town hall landscape does not come under NIPS, that comes under ARPA. I'm very sorry, I mixed them up. So for NIPS, it was the water bottle filler, and Missy volunteered to give Clint a call and see how he's doing, but there, you know, obviously the fish right now is kind of on hold. And, the bad weather is coming anyway, so.
What state is it in?
It's
Outside, the outside frame is complete. He's got a garbage can in the mouth. It looks like a fish. The tail is done. He was ready to do the scallop, you know, the, scales of the fish.
Actually, it looks pretty good. all by
Yeah,
itself.
it looks kind of cool all by itself. It's not
Worth
quite-
driving by, so.
Yeah,
Neat.
but I do, but so we finished the water bottle thing. And Elaine's on top of the adopter road, which isn't really gonna cost any money. And so now I just wanted to refresh your memories about the NIP funding, because we still are gonna have a significant amount in our account. So the NIP funding that we have received from the state, it's for environmental cleanup, litter control, it can be used to reduce trash buildup. I took a quote from Bridgeport, and this is how they were gonna use their NIP money. They were gonna focus on sustainability and green programs to address the impact of climate change. So that kind of opens it up a little. It's up to local leaders how the money is spent, but it must pertain to reducing trash and litter. Although green programs to address impact of climate change, I don't know if that actually, you know, we're starting to get into a little bit of gray area. But the text of the law includes suggestions, but does not include deadlines for spending funds or oversight to ensure money is spent properly. What we're trying to, what their main overarching goal is to keep the roadsides and waterways and public spaces litter free. Because remember, the NIPS cause a lot of litter. So I need all of you guys to think about that, because we probably are going to need some more ideas to work towards.
You know, I've talked to the state about the, entrance ways and the
Yeah.
exits
Uh-huh.
on 88, 89.
Yeah.
They charge to do that.
What?
Yeah, they charge to do that. People, corporations and whatever will give them the money so that people that work for the state will go pick it up. And it's, I forgot what the number was. It's like $600-700 or something like that for a year. So
Oh, a
that's-
year? I was thinking it was gonna be
So-
for one.
So that's, I've forgotten what the number is, I may be off, but that's something we can consider, because we gotta get rid of this money.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
And-
that would definitely keep that would.
yeah,
prevent
because
the litter.
it's terrible over there on 89 anyway. They never pick it up. If they do, but once in a while.
See, I always look, because it's, okay, which is the one where you're going on to, you're getting onto 95 and you're gonna be heading.
We go south or
south.
southwest and towards London.
Yes,
That's the worst
that's
one.
the worst one.
Yeah.
But the one down by the city is also bad. Clarence B. Sharp Highway,
Oh, yeah, that's,
coming out of,
awful.
you know, as though you were coming
Yeah.
from electric boat.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
that's,
mess
yeah,
too.
yeah, that's
So, I mean-
embarrassing. Like, sometimes I'm going there and I'm like, oh God, I can't even look. But it's also obviously very, very dangerous.
So that's one thing that we could do.
That's a great idea.
Can we use that money to plant trees or anything like that? Is
Don't
that too far out of the,
think so.
How does that litter?
Have you,
I don't know, we could probably
We
think of
still
something that.
need to buy more litter containers. We talked about those designer ones, the kind of really prettier ones.
Yeah.
We could go back to that thought, but also, what do they call that area where the gazebo is? You walk down
Wanna-
the
Yeah, the
boardwalk.
boardwalk.
Yeah, I mean, the litter goes right to the water there.
Yeah.
So that is, really should be a high priority area to get clean that up.
Mhm.
That goes into the water, it's a lot of litter, there's
Yeah.
not enough cans.
Okay,
And that
but
walkway.
what we need is like what I have here, what I would love from you is some actual facts. So a contact person and actual money that we would have to shell out. So that's the actual proposal.
Okay.
And so I need an actual proposal.
We would be paying the state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potentially.
Well,
If we made a state tax, it would be the worst.
Yeah.
Well,
Ridiculous.
right, well, we pay but it's NIPS money that everybody was
So
drinking
it's
NIPS.
just gonna go to waste anyway.
We got to use it, yeah.
I'm
What,
sorry,
did you read the article in Saturday's paper?
I,
And the town has this list of things they're going to do with the NIP
Yeah.
fund.
yeah,
And we weren't mentioned at all.
but because
So-
our NIPS funding, unless if somebody applies for more, we're not gonna get any more.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, because they were talking about
Trash.
a truck,
Yeah.
a vacuum truck.
Yeah.
They were talking about the solar powered trash cans.
Well, you know what's interesting is so, yeah, and there's also a little smaller things that can clean the street that, once again, these things are probably horribly expensive, but all of these ideas are, I did read that article. My husband actually stayed, I was in North Carolina, he saved it for me, circled it, like, but unless we have an idea, we'll apply for more money, that's the amount of money we have is the amount of money.
How much do we have, Cindy?
I don't know, we originally had about 30, and then all we've done is use the money on the water,
The fish and
the fish we have not received a bill for yet. We have not.
well, okay, but we have this.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yes, yeah,
And
and
then
then I
twelve
got
hundred or
about,
something for.
no, it was almost 4. It was almost 4, yeah, almost, and
then
so,
and the six, and then we follow.
that's what I meant, that was almost 4. And then, so those 2 things have been the only things so far, right?
Well, didn't we, agree to fund some, garbage,
We talked about your
Well,
designer.
yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, but that, he had already told me that he's way down the line, and so.
Well, do we have to go with it? Can we find
No,
something else?
absolutely not, or you could find something else, but also, where would it be, and, yeah, so once again, I need a proposal. And that would be,
We have half of the money left.
yes, yeah,
Which is how much?
50.
yeah. I'll leave it.
And from that money, we would have to pay for the fish still, right?
No, that
No,
includes, that's, we've already set aside. that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, yeah, so just, once again, you can look it up online for how can the municipalities spend NIPS money, and it's gonna give you some ideas. And I looked this up a while ago, they may have more ideas now. That, but, so,
Is there any legislation that's coming up that will maybe turn that around so that we don't have plastic in bottles and?
I have no
Get to
idea.
the-
I have no idea about that.
Well, and they're going to be more money because it's increasing, the deposit is increasing to 10 cents
Oh.
in January.
It is, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
So they're not saying you can't do it, probably similar to cigarettes, we're not gonna say you can't smoke, but we're gonna tax the heck out of you and make it less,
We're gonna have to plan a trip to Hawaii or something.
go pick up some litter on the.
Well, the other thing, the NIPS make a mess, but all the Dunkin' cups and stuff all over the roads are just as bad, so they tax the NIPS and we get the money to clean up the rest of it,
Right, yeah. All right, so everybody, any proposal that you would love to put in front of the, committee, I enthusiastically encourage all of you to put on your thinking cap.
Well, I think I would be interested in finding a solution for the boardwalk, under the boardwalk, because it's
Yeah.
really bad.
Yes, I
But
know.
I don't really know who to approach or who we would hire to clean that, because I don't think we can do it. It's water.
They're very reluctant. I've talked to Mark about that a couple of times, 'cause I use that boardwalk all the time, and there's a lot of pushback on that, so.
Well, maybe it's because we don't
I'm not
have
sure
a solution, maybe we need to try to find a solution.
It would be hard to do if you had like half a dozen people there in kayaks or something,
Right.
it would be easy to take care of that. I think a couple
Well,
hours.
maybe is there a kayaking group or something that we could make a donation to for something.
Well, I will investigate that.
There's also
because-
the Stonington.
I don't know if they consider it private property. You know, I don't know if the property goes all the way down to the water or the town owns some of it, or the state owns some of it. We didn't get into that, but
Don't ask,
that
don't
was
tell.
electric.
And then also the neighbors that live there, they also throw stuff out their back,
Yeah.
and that has to be addressed. Yeah, like the big stuff that they, so that has to be.
Snipers.
Hey, all right. All right, so ARPA update, so I'm sorry, I just spoke before, so the town hall landscape comes under ARPA, that was completed. Thank you very much, Peter Wood, he is a gem, thank you so much for staying in touch with him. Now, take it away, Bruce, do you have anything you need to say or want to say about
Well,
ARPA?
I'm ready to put out a call for artists.
Uh-huh,
I was down at Studio 80 in the old line the other day. They're, shutting that place down. I don't know if you've ever been down to that sculpture park. It's really, pretty cool. Right off of, the old Lime exit, go right next to Lime Academy. Yeah, go girl. Anyway, most of it's going to Lyman Allen. So I put my bid in for some. I've got to follow up on it. I'm gonna get in. That would short circuit a lot of this call for artists stuff.
yeah, uh-huh,
If we do a call for artists, there's some free ways to do it, which I know how to do, but really what they do is they put out, there's a call for artists website, they call it CAPA.
Uh-huh.
And it costs like $500 to $600 to put out this call for artists across the United States.
okay,
And may have to eventually ask for that amount of money so that I can put out the call for artists that way on the net.
uh-huh,
I'm gonna try to do it locally if I can.
okay, or there,
Get
can you
some
slice it into just, northeast, just to, I'm thinking about shipping. and stuff.
I'm not sure how you go about it yet.
Okay,
I would certainly try to use the Northeast. Down the land, they come from all over the place.
yeah,
But mostly within 1,000 miles, I would say, of that
Yeah.
area. So
okay,
we would try to do the same thing. I'm
okay,
sure we can probably find people.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an artistic
only
thing.
5 too, right?
Huh?
Five sculptures altogether.
Fine, yeah.
And you have spoken
Got the places.
with Public Works or, Park and Rec about,
I have spoken with Park and Rec, and really Mark is supposed to put this together with Public Works.
so,
But that ain't gonna happen unless I get involved. I can see that.
but, and for the size of concrete
How many
platform you need,
Put a 5x5 pad in there.
yeah, okay.
The locations actually are great. And where the complex over by the library and senior center, they're redoing that whole area. It's gonna be just gorgeous when it's
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
So instead of just putting one over there, I thought maybe put a couple
Well,
over
we
there.
were, the last meeting, we had talked about, the sales going in part of there, so that doesn't matter?
Sales, got away from the sale.
All right, got away from
The
the
sales
sale.
all by
Awesome.
itself.
Okay,
We're
good.
over on the other end.
Okay,
You know where the, that rink is that they have there?
Yeah, they just upgraded it.
Yeah, they're gonna take it out and they're gonna put pickleball courts there and
Yeah, they were.
stuff like that.
No, not
Over there, that's where we're gonna put
Not-
some things.
Not by the library,
No,
no, across the street.
the library has its own bunch of problems because they have some sculpture over there right now that they don't know what to do with, and they have, some of it has to be repaired.
Indian totem pole.
Huh?
The Indian totem pole one that's there.
Yeah,
And I thought it neat.
yeah, and so there's, so I
I
talked to Jennifer, who's the director over there. Got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm really happy that we can put something over there by the library. Not necessarily right there in front, not yet. And don't forget, this is just the beginning for us.
right,
You know, so we just want to get some stuff in, and situated. And then later on, when we get rolling, maybe put more things in. But right now, the idea is to, in fact, I've got them on my phone.
think there's been some conversation about the fact that they may have to move the, sign that the, senior center has.
Jesus, electronic?
He said that's the one that, when they finish the new project, they
Mhm.
feel it might be
So there's one site, for instance, that's the area where the pickleball courts are gonna go. Just pass it around. So, just to give you an idea. They're beautiful spots. They will work very well in a golf course.
I thought it was gonna be a walk, but they were gonna have a route that you're gonna follow.
Eventually, yeah.
Initially, it's not gonna be one group in one area.
Yeah, to begin with, yeah, there won't be enough. I don't think.
Line of sight, you're talking about line of sight, something, you know.
Well, Chester,
That's all I
yeah.
know.
That's,
So I'm gonna put the call for artists out, lose the election.
Mhm.
We've got some time.
And how long are you gonna be here? Thanks.
Well, plan on leaving, December first.
Okay. All right.
But, you know, if I get elected, I'll come in on Zoom, just like I
Right.
would here
Yes, exactly.
with our meeting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be working on this on the floor.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know you are. It's not like you never go away and leave us.
What about students, our students who are in culture? Wouldn't that be a good opportunity for them to show them?
You know, they're amateurs for the most part.
Yes.
And I really want professional people at the outset. You know, later on, we can morph this thing and include more, maybe some kids from Lyman Allen or maybe even the high school. I don't know what kind of programs they have at this point in time. I have worked with kids before on
Well, what about
murals.
even college students?
So they're students and they get, they're doing so, they're a fantastic opportunity to show their work. Does it have to be metal sculpture?
Yeah, it's all gonna be metal. sometime. Well, you know, that's a possibility. I would rather deal with people that are like known quantities at this point for this particular thing that we're doing. And we can always include kids later on.
Well, I mean, if you do a
I'm not
call for
opposed to
artists,
doing that.
a college student could apply, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
for sure, yeah. Yeah, so that's possible.
All right. I guess I missed you guys. It's been 2 months, but I'm going really slow. So I'm gonna pick up the pace here. We've got Reese's. We're set. Thank you, Nancy Kodiak. Adopt a Road, Aline, thank you so much. We had our first Adopt a Road on the 28th of October. I am so sorry to have missed it because I was not here. So give us the scoop, and thank you for the publicity, Sharon's motto.
yes, and that was a perfect day.
It was, yeah.
It's actually not.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And it was Carol, but they also,
Carol,
yeah,
my wife was there.
yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, and we picked up, in 2 hours, basically, we picked up 5 bags of trash, 4 tires.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I think, I like, Jim's suggestion that next year we should do it before the leaves fall,
Yeah.
before we have too much.
It covers up a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
Bruce was digging very deep,
yeah.
and dig her industrial drive,
Yeah.
But,
which was her scavenger.
Through the sleeve.
There's still stuff in there, with wood,
Yeah.
that we didn't drag out because brambles, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still some things there.
Yeah.
But I thought it was very successful. You know,
Excellent.
we had a good time doing it. I think.
And you wear your t-shirt.
and we have a
And
sign
wear your
on,
t-shirt.
industrial.
Absolutely.
Right.
Lane, you said a sign was put up?
That's
Yes,
what mine was.
there is a sign,
Okay.
Beautification Committee, adopt the highway sign.
Where is it? On
Industrial Drive.
Right on the corner.
Yeah.
They have a fair amount of fun. There's also one at Noack Ledger Road right by the, gas station. Yeah, I think it's Mystic Women's Club,
Uh-huh.
and I caught them on Thursday.
Doing it?
They're they're twice a year. And they go from Route 1 up to Sandy Hollow Road
Nice.
on Noack Ledger Road. So
Okay.
they,
Okay. You got anybody on your, neighborhood group that's interested at all?
The
Not-
neighborhood
not
group
yet.
so far is me walking on Route 1 with the seat too much.
Oh, okay.
Because Route 1 is the question that when Sharon and I helped with the Chamber of Commerce,
Yeah,
Bruce Flack said he paid like $130 an hour for 4 hours minimum to have a police car because we were walking on Route 1. And we just did from the high school down to Bel Air. So that's where my interest for my neighborhood would be Route 1. And I'll be really darned if I'm paying $500
Yeah.
to have a
Yeah.
police officer sit there.
yeah, yeah,
So I can, as a person,
yeah,
when I see big crap, and again, the reason I want to talk to the state is they were the ones that went and they nicely cut back.
Yep.
Grass included,
yeah,
and if I could, again, plan cleanups based, not telling them not to be as nudge, but let me know when you're gonna do it, because I can follow behind and get a group of
Yeah.
concerned dog walkers
uh-huh,
to have bags
Yeah.
along when they do their.
Yeah.
So that's just informally, okay, state, if you do this, we can
Yeah.
help keep it clean, but.
all right, but you're not ready to plant a sign
No,
anywhere yet.
since it's Route 1, I don't know if they let us.
Okay,
But, Sharon put the contact person for the town to, if someone is interested in participating, there is on Facebook, on our beautification committee Facebook page, the contact person for the town.
Yeah.
And I talked to Greg because I, couldn't find a link to,
Yeah.
if someone wants to download the application and
Uh-huh.
all the information, there was no link. And Sharon couldn't find it either, and asked another person interested, who couldn't find it, so she said they will rectify that. So
okay,
hopefully soon, there would be a link to the application for the
okay,
program.
okay, excellent. I think they're very enthusiastic. They just didn't know how to get people getting involved, so we can get it started, get it rolling. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Look forward to doing it again in the spring.
Yeah,
Where-
April and,
Okay,
October.
awesome.
Plus, with Adopt the Road, Kim Singer had been called, we did a couple weeks of walking through downtown.
Right.
After the chamber event.
Yes.
And since then, I've noticed some of the Chelsea Groton pays their landscaper and they blow the sidewalks and they pick
Uh-huh.
up the trash.
Uh-huh.
And there's been a couple of stores I see sporadically, but that's why I said, Kim and I do it every week. It starts to
Yeah.
get down on time, but
Yeah, 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 she was hoping, I just spoke with her, she was hoping that there
Yeah.
could be some kind of group that takes over, like, but, all right. Okay, awesome, thank you for doing that, by the way. All right, beautification award, woo woo, we had,
Before you go, if I might, we still have a problem in downtown Mystic. We haven't made arrangements for water.
water,
Aren't you carrying water? Who is carrying water?
Carol,
Okay,
Carol and Craig,
okay, I'm sorry.
yeah, not Dana, yeah, no,
Anyways, you know, the spigot is there, but, I don't know whether there was any conversation about using it or what.
so I spoke with Annie Bilbrick, and she suggested, years ago, the spigot behind what was that, the plumbing place,
Yeah, then it's one.
Densmore, was made available to the person who had been watering. Then Carol and Craig took over, and they were never able to connect with them, and now the building has been sold. And that spigot on the back of that Densmore oil is, you need a, it's not openable, you have to have some type of key or something to open it. So I don't know who that person is, who bought the building, who owns the building. So that, I don't even know where to go from there. However, I did speak with Bruce Flack, and he suggested trying, maybe looking into a rain barrel. So that just was the other day, so I haven't looked at it yet. The rain barrel, just you put it somewhere and it's underneath somebody's, the runoff. And yeah, and then you collect it, but then you still are, it's not a hose, you know, you put it in a container.
Yeah.
And you still have to water. So, yeah, I haven't had any luck trying to find water for down there. There's a spigot over by the coffee place. What's the coffee? There's the Army Navy, and then you go, yeah, lamplighter that you can use. And then there's a spigot behind the public bathroom you can use. But neither one of those is ideal for watering in front of the in front of the bookstore.
And
So-
you know, my garden club, Mystic Garden Club, the ladies carry buckets and buckets of water every week to water all those boxes up and down Mystic.
Yeah,
Now,
but
I
they
do know that-
have just a couple, don't they each, it seems like when I've seen people there in the morning, they have
Their assignment.
their
Yes, they
assignment.
do.
Yeah.
But still, all these individual old ladies are carrying buckets of water in their cars to water. That's their assignment, one or two of those planters.
Right.
Each one of them has,
Yep.
you know, they share it with a couple of people. But it's a lot of work, and I do know that the town does have a truck with a hose or something, a watering truck. I don't know why we haven't somehow, yeah.
That's
Okay.
they did it, when we first planted stuff last year, they did it, they only wanted to do it long enough to get things started. I guess that planter is very poorly made, there's very little soil, I got this from, is it Annie? Very little soil, the water, you know, the soil tilted, the water runs off. It is very.
That's not the only
difficult.
need for water. These are all the plantings, all of the boxes that are in
Yeah,
front of
but-
all the stores,
I know,
need to
but
be
there's-
watered by
there's-
hand, by women.
Right. But there
is.
is water for them to fill their containers, because they have two or one or two, however many they have, and a container is much easier to water than this enormous planter that's canted like this, and so I don't know.
You don't want to look into, once again, using the watering truck that we have. I've
Oh,
never seen
no.
it used. I see it in New London
It's-
all the time.
It's not, it's just that it's this manpower, that takes an individual to drive around, and when Jeff was doing it, not this summer, but the summer before, he came once a week. I don't even know how well it worked, because they spray, you know, it needs to be dribbled on and water deeply, and it wasn't. So I
Just so you know, in downtown New London, all the merchants, they pay an extra fee. And that's how those flowers are so beautiful,
Yeah.
and all the watering is done, because they pay somebody to
Well,
do
that's
it.
good to know.
yeah.
And it would be wonderful if we could do the same thing, but that's up to the merchants in downtown Mystic to organize and get somebody to take care of.
Uh-huh.
So luckily they have the Mystic Garden Club, fantastic, it looks fantastic. But, yeah, there's no real water. I mean, the water's, there's a couple spigots, but it's not easy. So I'm sorry, I don't have an answer.
That's all right.
And the best, even when I thought about, because we just got a rain barrel for the first time this year, at our house, and it's fantastic. It rains for 5 minutes and the thing is full. And then you have a little hose in it, but once again, you're filling your watering can. But it's closer, but
Let me see if I can find out who bought it.
yeah, who bought the building? Yeah. All right, I'm sorry, beautification award.
Oh, I'm trying to put one together right now, but that's the first one. And then the other one we haven't printed out yet.
Because I wasn't sure the name exactly of, so Missy's gonna look into what's the actual name of the Gulf Station? Is it Gulf Station? Is it,
Somebody's going.
yeah, yeah,
On
figure it out.
GIS, it's 208-212,
Right.
Right.
right,
Doesn't have a name.
right. Well, so, but I know that, was it Rachel? Was it you who spoke with that
Yeah.
guy? So I was hoping we could reach out to the guy and like, and see if that's what would he want?
on
Yeah.
his award?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
find out.
yeah. But
Yeah, he's a very
Bruce had
personable guy.
spoken with him quite a while ago about putting a mural on the side of his, the side of the building, and he was super enthusiastic about it. So I have a feeling, and certainly you don't see most gas stations who put that much effort as they put into putting the planting.
Oh, yeah, the tent depends in the front. There was the summer planting, and now they have mums, and they have the middle decoration for
Yeah.
Halloween.
Oh, it's like fantastic. I mean, that's
Oh, it's over there, you can pass it around.
what? Oh, your phone? Where is it? So, I printed up one, so we'll have to talk about what we're gonna, when we wanna deliver it and all that.
Okay, so you don't want me to deliver it quite yet?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know how much publicity we can get anyway, but we can just manage.
Yeah, the owner.
Yeah.
Right, you have to track down the owner and make
Yeah.
sure the owner is.
So I didn't know if you wanted to do one at a time or do both.
I don't know, it might not be, I think I'll have to go and show him this
Yeah,
and ask him what name he wants
Oh, yeah,
on there.
okay.
So
all right,
I think I'll do one at a time.
okay.
And then I don't know, maybe just one other person would be nice to come along, who might
Yeah.
need some pictures.
Yeah,
Get the press, right?
yeah.
You know, there's, I can't think of his name, there's a gentleman that's taken over the
Really?
day paper, and now on Sundays, he does a whole series of announcements.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure he would be happy to
Oh.
put that in.
Okay.
What's his
Who's
name?
that?
You're right, it's totally different now. It is a business section, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it? A business section.
It's Channel 2, the cable act.
No. This is in the day.
In the day paper.
Oh.
He's really been doing a great job of announcements, you know, promotions, special events, you know, things that you didn't see in the paper anymore.
Yeah.
He's going back to
His name
doing
is
that.
Mason Moffrey,
David, so,
Mazen, his first name. Last name is Moffrey, Bahri.
No, he's the owner of the
And that's the
manager.
telephone number.
No kidding, how'd you get that?
Cause I already talked to him about putting a mural on his wall. But I could never get any money for the mural, of course. So that-
Yes, right.
So this is the guy who's the owner of the golf.
Yeah, he's very, very pleasant fellow.
Did we get pictures of
I know the name
the
of
garden?
I'm sorry?
Did we get pictures of the garden? Of his garden? Did anybody take pictures of it while it was nice and blue?
I don't know that we could, I don't know that we could get that much publicity. Most of all the stuff that we, that when we talked with Kim, I sent her pictures. I don't know that they have the staff to come out and take pictures and such.
Well, I think Sharon is asking.
Do we have
Oh.
pictures that, so, you know, when it's presented, we have a nice picture of his garden?
Oh, okay, all right. I'd be happy to go with you.
Okay.
Still in bloom?
I can your hair.
Yeah, great. So I'll either go with Missy, or she can contact the person of her choice. But pictures will have to be taken at the time.
Can you wear your t-shirt?
Oh, yeah, right, we have to wear t-shirts.
Very dressy.
Yeah, very dressed. Exactly. We'll dress them up. Yeah, we'll dress them up. Boots, black leggings, anyway. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's right. Jim won't be attending that. All right, yeah, so that would be very good. And that's a good reminder, though. Anytime we do something like that, we have to make sure to take pictures and get them to Sharon, who is the Facebook, got it. I wanted to let everybody know that I gave all the information for volunteers to Meredith, who works with Leanne, and she typed it all up, and I have a volunteer call list now. I wasn't sure now what I just, I don't want to like pass it out, but if anybody needs a volunteer call list, I now have it. Okay? A couple different ones. So thank you, Meredith, for putting that together, and thank you, Leanne, for suggesting Meredith to do it. She's on it. Breeze Line collaboration. The last time we met, way back in September. We were supposed to do a breeze line collaboration, which was set up by Mark Berry. Got the beautification committee and breeze line together, and we were supposed to plant stuff, and then it was miserable weather, a horrible tropical storm, so we postponed it till the 30th. And we still had miserable weather, and it was freezing, but we had $1,000 worth of plants in my car and Jim's car, and so we had to plant, and we went out there. There's a couple of great pictures. They didn't put those ones in here, but they were on Facebook. There's a pretty great one of all of us pretty softly standing there.
Wow.
And it was cold and wet, but they brought us coffee, beverages, food,
Oh my God.
donuts. They brought us so much stuff. And so, we got new gloves. And by the time it was done, by noon, I was dry again. I had gotten soaked, and then I was dry again. It wasn't warm, but it had stopped raining, gotten better. And the group of 10 people, and I must admit, I was mostly supervising. I wasn't getting as dirty as everybody else, were fantastic. And Aline came, and she couldn't stay for the whole time, and Jim came, and he couldn't stay for the whole time. And it was just like, those guys were like ripping the heck out of all the horrible weeds. And I hope, obviously you can't see now, but if anybody hasn't seen it yet, it's only about a third of the annex out here, because I figured that's about as much as we could do in one fell swoop in 1 3-hour chunk. But it's 80 plants. They're all native plants that are going to provide either food, shelter, or habitat for native creatures and pollinators. And they're all perennial, so they will last, they will come back. And now September and October are now my most favorite time to plant, because you don't have to water the darn thing. So that was fantastic. One of the neatest things I need you guys to understand, though, is Mark Berry put us together, and then Breezeline wanted some publicity, like she had Sharon, do the hashtag Breezeline, all that kind of stuff. They gave us $1,000, and that is why our donation account is $5,600, because it went right into our donation account, which we don't have to give back to the town.
Prices they charge for the internet that doesn't come through very well.
Donating money.
Well, they were fantastic. Since we had to change the date, there was only 2 people who came from Breezeline, and those 2 women worked as much as 5 women, and one of them lives right down the street, I guess. So she said, I pass by it all the time, and she said it's so awful. I knew exactly what we were doing, and so they wanted to donate that $1,000 for future work. So we're hoping either the spring or the fall, we will do at least the next chunk, And also the next chunks aren't quite as big. This was this big open. Well, there is a big open chunk in there that we put cardboard down and mulch over. So we are hoping to smother all the really noxious, very invasive weeds. So I'm hoping that this is eventually, And then I was writing down furiously at the pollinator convention I went to today. Like, there was a lot of shrubs and trees and things that might look good there. Not in my yard, but there. So that was a Breezeline collaboration that was very successful.
Did we send any kind of an acknowledgement and thank you or anything? There should be something from us. Yeah, I would think.
I emailed her the article. I could send her a thank you, but I mean, it's a huge corporation. It wasn't her personally, it was her company. So I don't know who you send a thank you to in that situation.
They had asked us to tag them on Facebook, and we did that.
Right.
Just please tag us on Facebook, and we did that. They were happy with that, so.
Good
You
publicity.
can write a letter to whoever's the head of Breezeway.
Right.
You'd do a nice letter.
I don't know. I mean, I worked with Natasha Merchant, who was fantastic, but she's doing her job, and she came and worked her tail off too.
She's in property.
No, New London. No, her supervisor was, and she passed it off to Natasha before.
There may be somebody like the head of the community, relations.
I think it was marketing marketing and something.
And who were the main volunteers? Do you remember? They should be.
No, we have a whole list of volunteers.
No,
It was two
From
of them.
Breeze Line. I was talking about Breeze Line.
Right.
You said,
Name, so it's.
Which I'm not going to say right now during the meeting,
Okay.
but yes, I can, like, yeah, that's true, that's a good idea.
Okay.
All right. All right. 2024 meeting schedule, this is a sticking point for me, so I'm glad everybody is here, we can talk about it. I wrote out meeting dates that we still kept to the first Thursday of the month, and I am not sure if that's still good. There's no council or RTM meetings on Thursdays, right?
No,
They're usually Wednesday,
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. So the first Thursday, I wrote down all the meeting dates. The only conflict is in July, when it's the 4th of July is the first Thursday, so it has to be the 11th of July. But I figured nobody wants, plus this place is closed on the 4th of July. And then on October 3rd is Rosh Hashanah. And that's obviously not a federal holiday, but it might be, I didn't know if we should meet on Rosh Hashanah or not. I don't think Groton has adopted those holidays, but I just wasn't sure if that was appropriate to meet on Rosh Hashanah or not. I'm not sure about if that's a very, like, what level of holiday that is. You know?
I think they'll close down on Rosh Hashanah, or is it closed?
Not in Groton.
No,
Groton
no,
doesn't.
no.
Groton doesn't celebrate.
The school doesn't.
Yeah.
So then it should be a personal decision. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to
I
have a
think-
meeting, you go.
Yeah.
maybe we should make sure this is a. Sometimes the town will take a day off.
Yeah. I don't think so, but you're right. I can check with,
But I agree, I think it's.
personal choice. Okay. Thank you. That's well said, Dan. Thank you. It's like all of the meetings are, right?
Actually, you're right.
So that brings up the next point of, I really feel like I need a break. There were people who felt like we didn't really need much of a break. And then I didn't know, and there was also people who said they were done meeting if I couldn't make it. But you have to have an agenda. You have to have agenda items to have a meeting. So the first thing I was going to suggest, although I hardly missed everybody, it's been 2 months. I'm not in favor of having a meeting next month in December. But so how are people feeling about that? So that December, does anybody have their?
I think you're accomplishing an awful lot at this meeting, so that you don't have to meet.
Yeah, so that's because I have this huge agenda, biggest agenda ever. It's a good thing we have substance here. So I'd thrown this out. I think you had some fairly strong feelings about it, and about when you don't meet, things can kind of fall off. But what's the next meeting date? December? Wait, maybe the beginning, December 7th.
yeah, and that would be the 7th,
Okay.
Pearl Harbor Day.
Right. So, I would like to cancel the meeting for December 2023. Is there any objection to that? I'm talking just one meeting.
That's fine.
I'm fine.
We still give it.
We're ready to go dormant. All right, now that was 2023, now 2024. We had talked last year about possibly having a couple of months that we didn't meet. This year, I think the only time we didn't meet was last month, wasn't it? In October.
Can we have the meeting as scheduled, and if we need to cancel, we cancel?
That's exactly,
But I think that, trying to decide which month we shouldn't have a meeting now, may be harder to do.
Yeah. Lisa, I had spoken with Lisa about it, and she said, yeah, you can put them all down, and then you can always cancel them.
Right.
versus canceling them now and then having to call a special meeting. Like, it's easier just to, for me to do it for the,
Yeah.
okay,
Just schedule them all in.
Yeah, and then we can schedule this room the whole time.
exactly, you're right,
Because then if we need an extra meeting, then we won't have a room.
you're right. Okay, all right, so.
We can just have it.
We're-
Yeah,
That's right, that's right.
We need a
I'll bring the
notice
room.
of that in order to.
Yeah, there's, yeah. So there is a very specific rule about cancellation of meeting. You can't just decide to cancel it. Although it can be pretty short. Sometimes I've seen notices like, oh, there was no meeting tonight.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't want to do that to you guys.
No.
But I want to do it way ahead of time. And also too, I've been doing all the agendas. If anybody else has an agenda item, they can always call me or text me and let me know that they want to talk about it on the agenda item. I haven't actually put that out to you guys much. I just kind of talk and keep talking. So, all right, so I'll have Lisa cancel the December meeting, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do the meeting date the first Thursday of every month except for July, which will be the second Thursday due to the 4th of July. All right? Excellent, thanks, Lily. Good suggestion. We're almost done. New business. In September, right after our last meeting, I was contacted by Bike Groton / Bike Stonington because anybody who's been in downtown Mystic in front of the I guess it is a hotel, a beautiful hotel right across from, on the corner of Cottrell Street. Yeah, it's on the corner of Cottrell and Whalerton. There's a really pretty blue whale. And I don't know how Sharon got involved with this, but somehow Sharon got involved with this. And they tracked me down and they wanted to do a blue lobster, but this is this is Bike Stonington and Bike Groton in collaboration are trying to emphasize the places where you can park your bike. Yeah. So there's another place on Gravel Street in front of the pump house there, right behind all the big new fancy condos. If you're walking down Gravel Street on the right, there is now a beautiful new blue lobster. And while they were looking, this gentleman and the woman from Bike Stonington do it together and they do it for free. All we had to do was pay for the paint. So I sent out an email to members and you guys all said yes. So we spent $125 on paint and we have this beautiful lobster down that road. It's not like you see it all the time. I was wishing it could be in front of Bank Square Books or something, but it is there. It was very inexpensive and it's a little bit of street art. Yeah, it looks great. So if you haven't seen it yet, go down and take a peek. And then the last thing on new business is I sent out some information to members of the committee about the John Kelly statue. You guys all know where the John Kelly statue is in downtown Mystic. And it's an area that is owned by the town. It is there's a little bit of landscaping, but most of it's mulch and it gets very weedy. So my friend Kim Singer and I have been going down there and weeding it for the past 2 years, about every 2 weeks. And it's a big pain in my screen. It's a lot. And also the mulch goes everywhere. And so we have a landscape plan, which is about a $1,900 landscape plan. So I approached the Chamber of Commerce and they have agreed to pay 65% of that, or $1,250, if we would come up with the rest, which is $660.
Why is that our responsibility?
Yeah. It's not. It's not. It's just the town. But just like the annex is the town, and there's
Town.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything.
yeah. So exactly. I mean, but am unwilling as a resident of the town to just let it go to seed. It was a hot mess. A year ago, May of 2022, a bunch of us met downtown Groton. We cleaned that place up and it was a disgusting mess. And the town helped. They sent guys and they mulched, they weeded, they mulched, and then all, not this summer, but the summer before, they watered in downtown.
I think we ought to make the tourists fix it up.
Well, actually,
They sit down there to eat their lunch.
well, what they did was a number of people had suggested that this, okay, Bruce is leaving, Sharon.
Good to see you all.
Thank you, I'll see you, Merry, happy, Turkey Day, and, see you in the new year, maybe. And good luck on election day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right. How's it sounding?
Sounds good. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm picking up votes from District 3, and well, then I'll be like one of the first ones to know about District 3, and that's going to your place, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
Bye.
Oh, wait. I need your, wait, do I have? Yeah, so I just wanted to move. I wanted to move to release $650 for this project. So I'd like to move, can I get a second, and then we can discuss it? Okay, you'll second. So moved and seconded to release $650 of the beautification committee's money to spend on the John Kelly statue landscape, which may happen this year or it may happen next year. Is there any discussion? Probably less.
Who is the person who's going to do the work?
Well, it depends. It may be, Chris, Bates, who came up with the landscape plan, or it may be his plan planted by town workers. Just depends on who's available. And it's getting very late in the season. So, we have put a lot of effort, and I understand that not people don't want a lot of effort in Mystic, but we've done a lot of effort in Groton, at the annex, the street cleanup. You take care of the Sutton Park sign, and we take care of the police department, and it seems like almost all of our efforts gone into Groton.
All in favor?
I know, poor Bruce.
I'm good.
All right. Well, is there any further discussion? I know you might have something you want to say.
No, you seem this is important to you, and you do so much for us, I can't say no.
All right.
Yeah, I think we should go ahead with it. I mean,
This would be for either this fall or next spring, and if it doesn't happen this fall or this spring, we have to throw in something.
It would come out of our
it's not gonna happen now.
2,700.
Well,
no.
I was hoping it would happen by the end of this month, but
So yeah, it will come out of PC.
yeah, we can have it easy.
I feel we need the Chamber of Commerce. We really have to let them know that this is happening and who's doing it.
No, I have.
No, I realize that. No, I'm just saying, over and above, reminding them that this has happened, that all this work has been done, just so that they realize this. So we can ask them for something.
Well, I know, except that then I start thinking about the Chamber of Commerce. There's all the things that are happening in Mystic, and all the busyness and the revenue that's coming into different businesses. None of that tax money goes to us. It just goes to the state. So they're already paying their taxes, and they're paying their taxes to the town. So, and then now I'm asking them to pay for this. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit.
The money.
No. I mean, but I don't think it's all of their. I don't think it's all of their responsibility. I don't think it's all of the town's responsibility, because the reason. I mean, although landscaping needs to be taken care of, whether you have people there or not, but there's people there all the time. But the people who put that statue in don't want to have anything to do with me taking that property.
Except for the costumes on.
Right. Yes, right. But they won't pull weeds. They won't plant plants. So they're very enthusiastic about us doing it. Yeah, yeah.
Something.
So, yeah, all right.
So they put a big sign there.
I'll tell you right,
Tourist at the
that the meeting I was just at, and we were talking about things, and I asked him to add this magazine, and he said that he would. That Mystic is located in Groton and Stony. I want people to know that this is the zip code, and this is Groton.
Yes.
So he agreed to do that.
That's a good education.
Yeah, I was walking across the bridge the other day, and obviously there were tourists with a local person. The local person say, "You realize Mystic is really not a town." The local educating them.
Yeah.
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 Well, what would you call it, a borough? What would you call it?
Okay, wait. We've got a motion on the table. It was moved by Cindy Porter, second by Bruce, to release $650 to help landscape the John Kelly statue area, which is part of the town.
First or
So,
second
all in
to that?
favor, yes, you second, all in favor?
And just said, let him do it.
Okay, 4. 1, 2, 5, right? All of us. Ooh, 500. Sharon?
I got it.
So it's fine if it's Thursday, but I'm available.
Yeah.
What was your question, Miss?
So what would you call it when if you are educating somebody, what would you say? Mystic is a.
It's mystical. It's a zip code.
You know, it was sort of an old.
Not a state of mind.
The early allocation.
Not a
but it didn't become a town.
Yeah, so that was my other thing, is, I mean, Mystic is part of the town of Groton, but, and Stonington, but I was talking with the Bike Groton people, and they were talking about, trash cans and things like that, and I'm like, well, it's gotta be on this side, because we're not doing it, it's on that side,
Yeah.
sorry.
Fire
We're
district.
in the river, period. Anyway, all right, is there anything else, because it's already, what time is it? It's, almost 8 o'clock, and probably, Sharon's probably got writer's cramp.
I do.
Yes.
Figure out what I wrote.
Is there anything else? Motion to adjourn? Oh,
I have one thing, I just want to put it out, you can think about it when we get together in January.
okay.
I was reading about a program that, is done, I don't even remember where, but a group much like ours did paper bags, that they had their logo on and so forth, and they went to football games, basketball games, and et cetera, and asked the people to be sure to pick up their rubbish. And they had containers outside.
Uh-huh.
Save money for the Board of Education, because they didn't have to have people in cleaning the stands afterwards.
Uh-huh.
And it was good advertisement for the committee. And I think as long as we get a paper bag that biodegradable.
Yep.
And we had something outside for them to put them in, it'd be a really nice thing to do. We'd have to check with the Board of Education and so forth, but people could pick up the stands before they leave.
Yeah. Would this be just for football or for all different types of sports, or start small and maybe
Well,
expand?
they probably start with the football, see how people are they receptive to it, do they understand what we're really trying to do,
Uh-huh.
and then from there grow it. And,
Okay.
I think that's a great idea. Is it going to be an issue for the employees who are counting on their hours picking up? Would that generate agreement, for example?
Well, that's why I figured we'd have to talk to the Board of Education and see what the process is. And if we're gonna interfere with something that's gonna upset a union or something.
Right.
No, we're not gonna.
Right.
Then we can ask them to pass them up. Get your time, go out, go early, not afterwards. Pass these out and see if we can make your job a little lighter.
Yeah. To make the whole area look
Yeah,
a
I
little
think it's
better.
working.
That's interesting, because I think there's probably, I'm sure there's employees for big football games and stuff, but do they have anybody like when there's a soccer game or anything like that? It would just must be they're hoping everybody puts stuff in the trash.
Well, I can send an email to Mark Romano.
Okay,
My wife was involved with the boosters for a while, so.
okay. Oh, that would be great. Thank you, Jim. Just
Yeah.
letting give us a report.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. That's a great
Yeah.
idea. That might even,
Because
would,
now
might
that
even
we
come under
have,
that.
now that we have also Grasso has their own football field, so it'll be tying both.
Yeah,
I'm sure Mark will be able to tell us who has.
Yeah.
it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it'll be, then a lot of people would say, well, it's beautification. You know,
Great. All right. Okay.
We can be children.
Thank you.
in a-
That's a great idea.
yeah, gotta get the pom-poms.
Maybe you could put something on there, like if you wanna donate, go to, and give our website or something.
Yeah.
As long as they got the bag in their hand, thinking about us.
All right. Motion to adjourn again?
Yes.
Okay, at 7:56, motion to adjourn. Is there a second? All right, second by Leanne Obrey. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you very much. Oh, I never checked again to see if there's any other attendees, but thank you very much, Darren.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna turn it off now. All right.
We're very people.